University campuses in the United States have turned into battlefields. Its workers are being laid off for voicing their opinions. Its students are being arrested for demanding peace. But before we get into it, listen to this very important statement from Indian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal.
In every democracy, there has to be the right balance between freedom of expression, sense of responsibility and public safety and order. Democracies in particular should display this understanding in regard to other fellow democracies. After all, we are all judged by what we do at home and not what we say abroad.
We are judged by what we do at home and not what we say abroad. A very important reminder indeed, from the world's largest democracy to the world's oldest democracy. From Harvard to Yale to MIT to Columbia, top US universities are grappling with unrest over the Gaza war. There's been protests, demonstrations, campus closures and now arrests. These protests have fueled a national debate over free speech. Let's start with what happened earlier this week. On Monday, dozens of pro-Palestinian protesters were arrested at Yale University. At New York University in Manhattan, at Stanford University, hundreds of students held a walkout. At University of California in Berkeley, students erected a Free Palestine encampment. On Wednesday, US House Speaker Mike Johnson was heckled during a visit to Columbia University. Today, over 100 students were arrested in California, Texas, as protests against Gaza war intensified. You see, across universities in the United States, students are calling for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, questioning Biden administration's support of Israel and demanding their university divest from weapons manufacturers. Students and police become involved in a standoff lasting several hours as protesters locked arms on one side and faced off with state police on the other. Some police officers have brandished batons and some have used their bikes to physically push demonstrators back. Those who crossed the line or resisted were later arrested, with some being shoved to the ground and having their hands zip-tied. Make no mistake, these protests are not new. Since the war broke out in Gaza, American universities have struggled with policies over free speech. After weeks or months of on-campus protests and rallies, schools have been taking more forceful action to punish protesters who they say have become disruptive. Amid these protests, universities are struggling between protecting free speech and combating anti-Semitism. It's become a political minefield. But if students continue to be arrested over free speech, who are they really protecting? For now, students have vowed to continue demonstrations with new plans for a vigil to be held outside jails, where those who were arrested are being held. It doesn't look like protests are going to die down anytime soon. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.